Alright, so here we are on to part 2 of my packing kit video. Excuse me. We're now on to the Waistpack. I did a thermite review a day or two ago, but here's how I actually have it all really set up. I'll kind of spread it out here, excuse me for getting in front of the camera, and we'll go over some of the key components. Alright, so we'll start with the actual thermite. And what I have here is nothing in the top pouch, but I do carry my compass in front, and then in this main compartment my Condor head wrap, which I really like that thing. This is my Petzl Tactica head torch. Has a flip down, the old school LEDs, not the fancy new Crees like the Tika Pluses, but high, medium, low, and blink. So I carry that wrapped up in an old Oakley case. It's just how I've carried this thing for a long time. Keeps it handy, keeps the headband from getting tied up in anything. Also in this front slip pouch I have my Model 1 rat folder. Now I normally only buy from Rat Cutlery or SE Knives as it's now known. This is an Ontario rat, but it's a Randall design. It is a really good knife, and I really like it, so I carry that in there with me too. In the main pouch, I carry a Right in the Rain all-weather notepad and a mechanical pencil. I also carry down here in the bottom another two 12-foot hanks of paracord. Nothing else in the main compartment. Normally I stick my camera in there, and when I get a Janus extension pouch for this thing, I'll move my camera out and fill that up with more kit essentials. Again, nothing in the main compartment. It's just I haven't figured out what to put in there yet. In one side I have my Surefire G2 Nitrolon. This is an incandescent, runs off of two CR123s. It's a very good, very bright flashlight, but it dies in about an hour, so it will eventually be replaced with a Phoenix flashlight with an LED. Have my little Tasco monocular. It's not a bad binocular. I've had it for, oh god, 15 years. So carry that with me too. And that's pretty much everything that's in the actual thermite. Now on the waist strap here, moving around, this is a really cool little thing. I found this in Albuquerque at Kaufman's Supplies. This is an Everly stock ammo pouch, and this holds 10 rounds of 308 or 243 or whatever you want in there, any of the short action but large calibers. So I have 10 rounds of Federal 150 grain soft point ammo in there, and I've had a real hell of a time finding a good ammo pouch. Most of them are hard shell hunting pouches or in some kind of digital camo. I just wanted something real simple, real easy to use. It's a MOLLE thing. I just run it around as a belt loop, and this allows me to carry 10 more rounds of 308 with me when I'm out and about. All along the side here we have the classic M1 waist pouch, which has been around the country with me. In the M1 I have a couple of things. I have a signal mirror. That's part of my signaling setup. Nothing else in there. I also have a good emergency whistle on a lanyard. So that's the front pouch of the M1. If I open up the M1, we go into my fire kit. Now I have 4 cubes of wet fire. My Strike Force. This has now become my favorite fire starter. And in the cap of the Strike Force there's another cube of wet fire, so that gives me 5 cubes. Oh, 6 cubes. Found another random wet fire. In this old Spry gum container I actually have cotton balls, more fire starting. I have a watertight canister of matches. These are Strike Anywheres. It's another redundancy on fire starting. And an International Safety Orange Bic lighter. So that's pretty much my fire kit right there. Here is a bandana. This is just your standard, desert camo bandana. Stays in the back slip pouch of the M1. And so that's pretty much my fire kit right there. Moving along the side, I have a Maxpedition roly-poly. Got this one in foliage. And I love having roly-polies. I left my roly-poly, my OD green one, I left it on my jumbo gear slinger, or jumbo Versipack for my mom, because she really likes the roly-polies. Moving over on the kit, we have my rat cutlery RC5. These are also now known as SE5s. This is my big knife. You guys have seen the review on this probably. And then in the front pouch of the Cordura, I have a little Smith's whetstone, just for keeping the blade sharp out in the field. So it's a pretty good kit. The reason I've done the Waistpack kit is that you can always have this stuff on me. If I'm out and I'm actually doing a longer hike or a longer camp with my using my Everly stock, my gunslinger pack, I can keep this on the pack, and then when I'm taking off the gunslinger and out hiking around, I have my actual survival essentials in one pack. And so I can just unsnap it from the side of the gunslinger, where I keep it on there, and then just run around with this on, and this really does give me everything I need. Granted, I don't have my folding saw on this, but with the RC5, I can actually, make shelter quite effectively. You can see how well everything just packs up in here. Signal mirror stays nice and safe. Whistle goes in the front here. Just kind of get all my lanyards in there. And all the lanyards, one, it keeps everything from getting lost. You can stick it around your wrist, around your neck. I always make my lanyards long enough for neck carry. And two, it's extra cordage. So it is never a bad idea to have redundancy in cordage. The more cordage you have, the better off you are. So there goes my flashlight in the back one. The way I have this set up, it's easy to get to my kit when I have this on. Go ahead and repack this here. You guys see that it's, it's an easily packed kit. And I still have room for expansion, especially once I change where I carry my camera. Right in the range is always useful to have. These things are wonderful. You can see I've just done some quick calculations on there. It does have scale calculations, conversions, English to metric, and all that good stuff. Like I said, I really don't have a whole lot in there because most of the time my cell phone and my camera goes in there. I really like this knife. I wish SE Knives would come out with a new folder. Of course, the DPX Hest is coming out, and the Azula folder is on its way. Those should be awfully cool knives. Don't know when I'll pick one up, but... And then, of course, my Silva compass on a nice long lanyard. This thing is just great. I'll eventually replace it with a Brunton Adventure Racing compass, but that's later down the road. You can see everything fits in there nicely. Got that snapped with the D-ring, and the whole kit just works like that. It's a little weird. You can just pick it up and carry it along with you like this. This is how I usually do it most of the time. But that right there is generation 1 of my Waistpack kit. I know it'll change. I know it'll advance and evolve as I get out and I use it more and figure out what needs to be in there, what doesn't need to be in there. So, but that's at least the prototype of it, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, stay tuned for part 3.